Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back.
Hopefully everyone got a chance to wander the amazing facility and take a few selfies.
Jana,
Yes.
I have a confession.
Uh-huh.
This way. I'm in the home stretch. I still have butterflies in my stomach.
Yeah.
And I thought it would get easier.
No.
This whole picture of the audience in the underwear thing, it's not working for me.
Well, luckily, we have Lauren Sergi from Upfront Communications to discuss how public speaking really is more fearsome than death. Lauren Sergi, everybody.
When I was a kid, this presenting in front of an audience of peers was my definition of hell. I would fall to pieces. And I really hit a low point one day in music class when each of us had to play a scale on our instrument. One at a time, we didn't even have to get up out of our chairs. Now, I don't know if you've ever heard someone crying into a French horn. It isn't pretty. And I had the same panic when I would get up to speak. I would have given anything not to have ever done something like that. But, fact to life, you're gonna have to. Presentations happen all the time. You're going to have to give the report. You're going to have to give the toast at the wedding. Heck, honestly, even advocating for yourself as a patient in front of a doctor is a form of presentation. So we get a lot of practice. And with all of this practice, you would have thought we'd have gotten over this fear by now, but study after study demonstrates that public speaking tops the list of our fears, with many people reporting that they fear it more than death. And to blame for this overblown paranoia is our amygdala, a little bit of our brain that's largely responsible for emotional regulation. And our amygdala, poor amygdala, can't tell the difference between a friendly audience and a raging mob. So it gets up here, it looks out at you, and it goes, ah! And immediately it triggers a cascade of symptoms in your body known as flight or fight. Your eyes start to get tunnel vision, your mouth dries out, your breathing gets really fast, your heart pounds in your chest, your hands start to shake just a bit, you forget what you were going to say, you stumble over your words. Anyone who has experienced this, put your hands up now. Now look around. It's dark, but you can tell you're not alone. Actually, you're in very distinguished company. Many celebrities struggle with this. Bruce Willis, Julia Roberts. Warren Buffett was so terrified that he dropped out of his public speaking course that he had enrolled in before it even started. And when we learn of these people overcoming their fear, we think they've squashed out their nervousness. After all, nerves are bad. Sweaty, nervous Nixon lost the presidential debates on television. They're bad. This isn't the case, though. Nerves actually can be a really important tool that we can use if we learn how to manage it. It's very crucial for our engagement with the audience. And Middle Eastern dancer Yasmina Ramsey described the effect of nervousness beautifully when she said that when you are no longer nervous, when you get up to perform, it means you've lost your emotional engagement with what you're doing, and that is the time you call it quits. For me, this is a very hard-hitting message. Really excellent speakers and performers, they don't crush out their nervousness, they manage it. They never let it drop too low down into emotional coldness, and they never let it peak into that red panic zone. They ride it in the green zone of optimal performance. And I'm going to get you started on doing this tonight. You can do this because your brains are plastic. We can actually train them to begin to see public speaking as something that makes our hearts pound out of excitement instead of fear. And you're going to start doing this using two tools: reframing and finding allies. Now I'm going to introduce you to my first informal public speaking coach. His name is Aaron Downey, and he's an NHL enforcer. Lessons from strange places. Aaron taught me how athletes use their breathing to control their heart rate and improve their recovery time after exertion. And I thought, this sounds really useful. So I tried it in the sparring ring. And lo and behold, my heart rate dropped, but critically, my mind cleared up. And that was when I made the connection that when I would get up to speak and was terrified, the way my heart was pounding, the way that that felt was really, really similar to when I was sparring and super excited. And that is reframing. What you're going to do is scan your body whenever you're nervous and when you're excited. You're just going to scan it top to bottom and notice how it feels. So when you get up to present, notice, oh, I'm so anxious, my heart is pounding. And then later, just observe it, then later, when you're seeing a really thrilling movie or something, notice, oh, this movie is awesome, my heart is pounding, I'm so excited. And then when you get up to present again, observe yourself, and when you feel your heart start to pound, think, this is just like the movie, I'm so excited. And if you tell yourself this enough, your brain will actually change, and the excitement will become your reality. All of this is largely a matter of perception. These two are on the same ride. That pounding heart is the same ride. Oh, and my friends, you can consciously choose to be the daughter. The next step is to find allies. Now, when we're speaking, part of the fear is because we feel alone and exposed. And that's a really, really frightening thing. So when you're speaking and you find an ally, you find someone to get a good flow of positive vibes with. Now I'm going to tell you about my alter ego and the worst dance night ever. If it could go wrong, it pretty much did. And I was 12 weeks pregnant and really, really feeling it. And at the point that this photo was taken, I was in pretty much panic state. And I reached out to a friend of mine who had come that night and dragged her up onto the dance floor. I got that positive boost in energy, and it broke the ice with the audience. And that's what you're going to do. You're going to find an ally in the crowd, someone who's really watching, who's really paying attention. Hi there. And you're going to speak to them. And that's going to get a great flow of positive vibes that will ripple out into the audience. And as the speaker, you'll soon find that you no longer feel alone and isolated. You're part of a group having a conversation. So use these tools, reframing and finding allies, and you will become a more confident speaker. Trust me, if the girl who cried into her French horn could do it, so can you. So speak out and let's talk.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Now